Rise up. Pray up. Coffee up. The pack is calling. Dawn breaks cold, bones still aching. World's trying to keep you down, forsaken. But I got fire in my veins today. Black brew rising, chasing the gray. No weak excuses, no chains on me. Southern blood pumping, wild and free. Grab the mug, feel the heat ignite. This ain't just coffee, it's fight or flight. Get up, pray up, pray up. Load the chamber, face the day. No surrender, no backing away. The wolf knows. He smells the hunt, he feels the fire. The wolf knows. Bruised strong, black as midnight wire. Wolf nation, rise and roar. Coffee up and settle the score. The wolf knows. Yeah, the wolf knows. Trails calling, mud on the boots, engine roaring, truth in pursuit. Through the storm, through the fight, through the pain. This dark roast fuels the untamed. One sip hits like a shotgun blast. Wakes the beast, leaves weakness in the past. Faith on the rocks, courage on tap. Back together, we ain't looking back. Get up, pray up, pray up. Lock and load, on the grind. Wolf in the blood, predator mind. The wolf knows. He runs the ridge, he owns the night. The wolf knows. No fear, no quit, pure dynamite. Wolf nation, howling loud. Coffee up, stand proud. The wolf knows. Hell yeah, the wolf knows. They say the weak need sugar and cream. We drink it raw, living the dream. Eyes on the prize, teeth to the bone. This is our fuel, this is our throne. Now scream it with me. The wolf knows. Tear through the dark, claim what's yours. The wolf knows. Power in the cup, open the door. Wolf nation, forever we ride. Get up, pray up, coffee up alive. The wolf knows. 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 Wolf Nation Coffee. The wolf knows. Yeah. The wolf knows. Better believe it, baby. And that Wolf Nation Coffee gets you some today.
Yes, sir.
It is amazing. And
What do you think about it, House?
what's up, Howie?
No, you stay right there. You all right?
Howie back. We got to get a nickname for him. I sent a couple just for
I was thinking
consideration.
corn dog.
Corn dog.
Yeah, just call him corn dog.
Corn dog.
Yeah, corn dog Howie.
Everybody with the podcast has to have a nickname. So
Yeah.
it's just the way it is. You have to have a handle. I mean, that's just
You have to have an AKA.
yeah. You have to. So
You know.
and you can't make it
Make me
happen.
spill this coffee, though.
It has to just happen. You know,
Right.
it's like a puff, man. It just happened.
Yeah. Broski, that was a stroke of genius. when he came up with that. I almost wet my britches. I was laughing so hard.
He does come up with some stuff. I'm telling you.
He does. He does. He and I think a lot alike in a lot of areas. We're miles apart in others, but I love him anyway.
Which is really amazing to me.
Yeah.
When I think about that. And I think he's mellowed just a little bit, and maybe you have to your closer to you, maybe but not the old you. Maybe I don't know the young Broski and the young Paul LeBron, Biscuit Boy. I don't know. That would be interesting to see.
It would have been because I was a jerk. I was. I mean, I was a jerk. I was. I didn't even have to have alcohol or anything. I was 10 foot tall and bulletproof. That's just the way I felt, up until, I still feel that way a lot of times, but I know it's just foolish pride.
Yeah.
You got to throw that foolish in there.
Well, we've all, that's a part of life too. I mean, you've got, you've got a lot of things that you grow up from, you mature from. And
exactly
some
right,
never do though. Some never mature.
Well, I haven't in some areas. And if you haven't by the time you're 60, you don't have to. So,
just go all the way out, huh?
That's right. I don't have to. But I'm not as good as I once was. But I'm as good once as I ever was. Isn't that the way the song goes?
Yeah, something like that. Today was a tough guy. Merle Haggard's birthday, and
Merle he was one of a kind.
Loved his music, resonated. I wouldn't say that I knew everything he ever made, but I did know a lot of it, and I did like Merle Haggard. My mom bought the Okie from Muskogee live, but on cassette tape. We used to wear that thing out. It was just because it was live and it just flowed the whole show.
Yeah.
And
he put on a good show.
I mean, every song on there was just great. Mama tried,
Yeah.
Mama tried to raise me better, but her pleading I denied.
Steer me right. Mama tried.
Boy, how many people connected with that song,
No joke. No idea. I just turned 21 in prison.
Oh, I heard this thing the other day on satellite radio on one of the stations I listen to.
Yeah.
So somebody, which I think is cool, and I thought this was funny. They were going back and doing the numbers for Skid Row's 18 and Life, and the kid's name in there. I can't remember the kid's name.
Jeremy or something.
Whatever it was.
Maybe that different. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, what age he would be now? Did he survive in prison? Did he actually ever get out? So they had all these scenarios they were popping up. I thought that was funny.
Hilarious.
I mean, the guy, I think he was going to be like 56 years old now or something like that.
With a rat tail.
Yeah.
Been growing since he's been in there. Been growing that rat tail.
Some jailhouse tattoos,
Oh yeah.
He's the boss over a certain area of the prison.
Mohawk with a rat tail. Middle back here.
I cracked me up. I was going down the road.
Over his eye.
Yeah. You got to have them on your neck. He'd definitely have somebody's neck.
Yeah. What do you think, Hal? Yeah.
I was like, man, that's pretty cool. I never thought about that, but it's a song that people like.
That's true.
It's like we need to do a follow-up song. Queensryche is doing the final in the trilogy, Operation Mindcrime. The famous one in 88, I think that was 87, 88.
Somewhere around in there.
Operation Mindcrime. Oh, what an album. Loved it. Empire Behind It and a couple others. But the second one was okay. But there was controversy in the band. He did it on his own. The band rebelled. They didn't want to do that one. But
it kind of reminded me of Pink Floyd.
Yeah, and it was a good one. I mean, nothing wrong with it.
No.
But his band, because he's not with the band anymore, but he got all the rights in the lawsuit to the Operation Mindcrime. He's the only one that can play
That's his song.
the album full through.
Yeah.
You know, he can market it and all that stuff. Where they got their logo and all that stuff. There's a big fight over that. That's how they split up the stuff.
Hey,
You know,
it sounds to me like he walked away smelling like a rose.
well, in some ways he did. I mean, they got a lot too, but you know, he's the voice of it. So, you know, and he still has that voice. But it's about ready to be released. I think within the next a month, it's going to be released, and I definitely would be interested in listening to that album. It, you know, but that first one was, wow. I can just think so many good songs on there, and their first album was really good too. I mean, I wasn't a Queensryche fan until I saw them on a concert,
right?
And I just kind of grew on them, and it was a solid band. Of course, you know, Scott Rockenfeld hadn't been there in forever. You know, now they and the singer they replaced Jeff Tate with, he's a good singer,
right?
And they get on everything. I think all the old hard things have kind of, you know, they've kind of died off,
mellowed out.
Well, you know, to a degree. They'll never work together again, probably, but
yeah.
You know, he still goes around and does his thing, and they do theirs, and but well, it was a powerhouse band, you know. But I think Eddie DeGarmo, whatever his name is, Eddie Jack, whatever his name is, the bass player, he's still there. I can't remember their names now. I just went blank. But you know, some of the band, but they're a top band. They sound good, and they've done good with the new singer. The last album that I heard of theirs was really good. I thought they wrote a really good, powerful album. So, but you know, I was just thinking, for those that were, you know, around for the first album. And then the second album, I don't remember how many years. It was quite a few years that the second one came out. I could be wrong. I want to think like 12 years. And then you go from 88, maybe more than that, but I want to say 12 years. Then you go from 80, you go 88 to now 2026, and the third and final installment of that. And you know, there's going to be some kid that's going to get that album and think, yeah, this is great, you know.
30 years.
But he didn't have to go back and you know, get some of the older stuff. So I just thought it was interesting, you know, talking a little bit about music and just chit chatting on this.
We were talking earlier, you know, the other night when we were doing the show, I didn't think about, I don't know why, when you said, you know, your top 5 groups.
Yeah.
Well, you know, right up there in the top 3 is Bad Company.
Oh yes,
and
absolutely.
I don't know why I didn't think of Bad Company, because I listened to a lot Bad Company quite a bit. They're on several of my playlists, and
I like.
You know, Paul Rogers was one of the best front men of any supergroup out there. They had a range that was just really amazing. I saw them in 2015, I think, when they came to Riverbend. 2015, 2014, somewhere around in there. They were Riverbend.
Maybe, you know, and of course, you know, differently singer, you know, back in I saw them in like 90 something, 93, I think that was. Of course, they had the different singer by then, Holy Water, and some of those songs.
Well, no, that's all Paul Rogers.
No, that's a different singer.
I disagree, my friend.
It's a different singer. He had left.
For Holy Water?
Yeah, it was a different singer, man.
I did not know that. Wow, that blows my mind.
Yeah.
I can't believe I missed that. I mean, that's not a nugget. That's a brick right there, you know? Wow.
Speaking of bricks, the South Carolina ladies basketball team, they throw a brick up for the championship game. What a great team. They've won championships. But they got throttled by UCLA. Absolutely. Wow. And even the coach said, we just got smacked.
Right.
I mean, they lost by around 30. I mean, it was 32 at one point. I think they were down, but it might have been a little less than 30. But that fourth quarter, they were rocking around 30 the whole fourth quarter. And they just got drilled, man. I mean, UCLA just come out and put a whooping on them.
I'll tell you what.
I was not expecting that.
Some of them girls are mean. I mean, they're just playing, especially in the WNBA. I mean, you know, they'll come up and gut punch, you know, but while bend you over.
Well, you know, UCLA, and I really hadn't followed them. I've only gave a cursory follow to the girls' game, and not too much the guys. I just haven't followed college basketball a lot this year. Of course, the men's are on tonight, but
Right.
But UCLA impressed me with the way that they played as a team. They rebounded well. They were scoring down low. They were making the passes. I mean, they
Where
were.
are they at in the bracket right now?
Well, they've won it. It's over. So
It's over?
for the ladies, the UCLA is the champion.
Okay.
South Carolina, what I think, and I'm not saying maybe they play again, maybe they get beat every time, but South Carolina had expended a lot of emotion over beating UConn. And they just, to me, they looked like they came into this game really flat. They did not.
Who were they playing?
Well, the game before they played UCLA for the championship, but they played UConn, which
ladies or the men?
The ladies.
Okay, we're done. All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still on ladies.
Men.
No, the ladies.
Right.
And UConn had beat them the year before, and
Right.
They wanted to beat
So
them,
big,
and then they had a big argument between the coaches. It was a big emotional deal, and there was a lot of energy expended during that game.
Right.
And I just don't think they were up for that game like they normally are. They just didn't look the same. Looked a little lethargic. Was really not on point with their shooting. Passes were horribly off the mark. A lot of steals, fouling, and they just didn't control the paint.
Partying the night before.
They just wasn't ready for this.
Playing a little hungover or something.
The men, you got Michigan still there, which they just annihilated Tennessee and got into the game. But and then who is it? UConn, I think is with them. So we'll see what happens. If I even watch it, but I may. Who knows? Just depends.
Speaking of moons. We talk about the girl getting hit in the stomach, and that when they bend, it's a moon. That's what it used to be. Mooning people. You remember back in our day, mooning people was a big thing. I don't know if it's a thing anymore or not. Streaking was a thing back then too. I mean, literally running in public naked.
Have you ever seen anybody do that?
Yeah,
I mean, live, not
done it. But
oh my God!
The thing you've seen
during the daytime or not
Zeppelin crash, right?
Yeah.
When the Zeppelin, all the humanity, it's all the humility. If I would have done that today, that would be humiliating.
Did you? So how many times did you run naked somewhere?
5 or 6.
Daytime, nighttime?
Nighttime.
It's
never in the daytime.
Down the road or?
Actually went into a mall, Northgate Mall. There was 5 of us. We ran in, did a circle, and ran back out.
How old do you think you were at that time when you?
Well, buddy of mine was old enough to drive, so we were at least 14 or 15.
Did anybody whistle at you or anything?
Oh, the cops. I mean, not the cops. We had ski masks on.
Oh my God.
That's all we had on.
You could have got shot, dude.
Not butt naked. I don't think they'd draw down on you.
In Chattanooga?
Yeah, yeah. This is back in the day, though.
Well, I know.
This is back in the 70s. But, yeah, that was fun.
Did y'all just run or did y'all holler or anything?
Nah, I won't tell you what. I'll be honest with you. I was pumped. I mean, you talk about an adrenaline rush. Oh, my gosh. It's an amazing adrenaline rush. But I was scared that I was going to get caught. And if, think about it. I mean, think about it. You get caught, you're handcuffed, butt naked, Fortunately, nobody had a cell phone back then. They didn't exist. So there wouldn't have been a million pictures snapped. But, yeah.
I could just see.
It was a different time when we grew up.
I could just see some tourists going, wow.
Yeah.
They're wild. They're wild. What area of the mall? Like, was you near the food court?
It was down towards the end. Now this is where the arcade used to be. There was an arcade and Pizza Hut. And we rolled up in a van, all of us piled out, butt naked, ran through, ran back out, jumped back in the van, we were gone.
Did the driver stay? He just waited?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hurry up.
And the van was borrowed. So
Oh man.
There was no connection.
Well, nowadays they would have had the tag and following you with cameras all over the city.
Oh yeah, you'd have the SWAT team waiting on you when you got home.
So that was like a pre-flash mob, literally, like you hear about today.
Yeah.
So was the other episodes, were they something like that, or what were they?
Just running down the street.
Yeah.
It was nothing major.
Double dog dares and stuff. Oh, you run down there today.
Yeah.
Or maybe didn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, man. That just blows my mind that
I'm telling you, having no fear has its plus and minus. It's a blessing and a curse. So.
Oh man.
Anyway, I probably shouldn't have said that.
Well, too late now.
The limitations is well run out. I'm sure. That was many presidents ago.
Almost a mall ago. They don't. These malls have changed a lot over the years. They not like they used to be, except maybe the one. But when you first said that, I was thinking you were at the Hamilton Place, and I was like, "Oh my God!"
Place wasn't even a thought back then. It's still pastures.
Yeah, pastures and farmland and all that. Oh man, the things that will happen when you're young.
Yeah. I want to tell you, I was either really, really good or really, really lucky. If one of the two.
Yeah.
Because I didn't get caught. Very, very, very rarely did I get caught. But when I got caught, it was a good one.
We were camping out one time. It was a big thing when you were teenagers and stuff. You'd camp out in the backyard and stuff.
Yeah.
Have a little campfire, and it was a lot of fun things to do. But we heard a wreck up on the highway.
Oh wow.
And so we just went through the woods as a shortcut, got up there, and there was these 4 or 5 guys. And we could hear them when this all happened, but I mean they had to have been doing 100, man.
Oh wow.
Down 27, and they got real fortunate. They hit a power pole, but the way they hit it, I think kind of lost control, but it spun them.
Yeah.
And I mean the car was just knocked for a loop. It wasn't drivable, but they walked out without a scratch, man.
So that's lucky. That is the hand of God watching over you right there.
Yeah, everything in the car is displaced. Like whatever they had sitting around, it was just all strode throughout the car.
Oh, I bet.
But they were able to get off.
Hitting a telephone pole running 100 miles an hour.
Oh man,
the pole probably came down. I mean,
they were able to get the doors open and step out, dude.
Wow.
Now they were in shock a little bit, like wow,
They must have got sideways before the pole and clipped that pole with the front end and spun them around.
It was something like that, man. But that
doesn't happen much.
Yeah, and that time of night there wasn't a whole lot of traffic back in those days, especially
either. Just lose control.
I think they lost control.
Probably didn't know how to drive that fast.
I'm sure they didn't.
Back then, those vehicles weren't meant to. Some of them, I mean, them older cars, you couldn't drive too fast in them things. It was float off the road.
It was a 4-door sedan of some kind.
Right.
It wasn't souped up or anything like that. Yeah. They were just horsing around. The driver
just going too fast,
just flying, man, lost control.
Wow.
Maybe panicked a little bit. Maybe might have thought they saw the police. You never know.
They were driving a tank, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'll never forget the sound though. But the one that really got me, I was working security.
Yeah, it's a boom and a crunch.
Yeah,
wrecks are really a cool sound. Well, they're what I mean.
Well, I was working security on Charlotteford Road, and I was about to go home. I was just waiting to go. It was coming up on 6 a.m. I got off at 6, right. So we're talking like maybe 5ish, a little after 5:30, maybe even. I don't even know. Maybe it's even earlier than that. But I was up there. I was kind of done for the night. But it was, I'll say it was maybe 5 or something, 5:15.
Right.
And I saw this truck just as a blur go across. Where what is the name of that road? Shepherd. What is that name of that? It's Shallowford and Shepherd. Is that what crosses?
It does at one point. I think.
Right there at a big.
Yeah, it's right
it's
by
an
Walmart.
No. This one is. What is the name of that? I don't know if
Shepherd Road's.
It's right down from 153. But it's going towards Lee Highway.
Shallowford.
And on Shallowford, there's a road that crosses. I can't remember.
Noah Reed used to.
Well, maybe I don't know if that's the one, but anyway.
Right.
There's a blur. Then I heard something that sounded like you know how the sound after they pick up a dumpster and they set it back down. That sound.
Yeah.
That's what it sounded like to me. I went,
wow.
Huh. I didn't put two and two together. And then I was sitting there and I went, you know, right after that truck went across the road, we heard that. I said, we better go up there and check that out.
Right.
So we got up there and that truck, you know, the road comes across. I'll do it this way so you can kind of see it. When it comes across the highway, it's at a little bit of an angle.
Yeah.
It's kind of straight, but the road that it goes into angles back a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit.
Yeah.
They went straight.
Didn't make it turn.
They never made the turn to hit a tree.
Wow.
The passenger side was crushed in. The door was crashed on the driver's side so bad I couldn't get the door open. But the driver was all just.
The passenger was dead.
Oh, on impact.
Yeah.
I went over there and I looked enough to know there's nothing coming out of that side.
Right.
And I went back the other side and I was telling the guy, hey, we got help on the way. We could hear the sirens. We'd already called it in.
Cut him out.
Oh, it took 20 minutes, man.
Wow.
They were speeding. They were speeding and drinking but they were, you know, but what happened was,
you know, that guy, he never got over that, you know, unless it was sociopath.
But you know what amazed me about this whole thing? Well,
what?
I heard that the kid, they sent him out of town. His daddy was trying to, you know, hide him out and all this stuff. I don't know if that's true, but he told the police that there was a third guy driving. He jumped out and took off.
Driving his car?
The truck.
Okay.
No, just took off and ran out of the truck.
Whose truck was it?
Oh, it was the kid's truck.
Okay.
That was driving.
I'm following.
But listen to what I just said. They're saying there was a third guy,
a third person,
who gets out and runs. What did I just tell you before all this, though?
Guy's dead on the passenger side.
That side's crushed in. What's happened on the other side?
There's no way he could have survived.
The windows are all intact.
Yeah.
I was going to smash it, but I heard the fireman on the way, and I'm not, because I wanted to let them handle this because this kid was hurt. And it wasn't fire on fire, nothing like that.
Yeah.
I could hear them. They were about maybe a quarter mile from me.
Right.
So that was a lie. There was no third guy. But here's what amazes me about that. People lie all the time.
Oh.
You know, they never interviewed us. They never asked us any questions. The police didn't.
Really? Because you were kids?
No, we weren't kids.
Y'all were juveniles.
No. We were working security, man. I just told you.
I'm thinking about y'all when y'all were camping. No. Stories mixed.
No,
there
that was our site that we were on. We were the security for that site. And
they never interviewed you.
We stood there, and when they pulled up, we backed off and just watched them work. We monitored. We wanted to get a report. We had to do a report.
Right.
Which technically it wasn't on the property.
I was going to say you had to leave the premises, so you definitely had to do a report.
Well, it technically wasn't even on their property because it was on that what's considered city property because it hit the tree. But we went ahead and did one, so we ended up getting badge number stuff from the Tennessee Highway Patrol who did the report. Yeah. But they never questioned us about what we heard, saw, anything. I just always thought that was very bad police work right there.
Yeah, that's a rookie. That's rookie. You know,
you think you would want to get information,
all pertinent information,
contact info from those who we didn't see it happen. I saw him go across the road. We heard the impact, and we were the first ones on scene.
Yeah,
not even get our name and number.
Yeah.
I thought that was really bad.
I agree with that.
And I just always didn't sit well with
100%.
me. And I met his mom several times after that. They go out there and do memorial stuff there.
All right.
And, she was the mother of the one that passed away. You know.
I'll be right back.
But very, very difficult scene to really watch, to look at. Never seen nothing like that before in my life, and I really hated that happened. You know, but she was an awesome mom, And like she said, kids, unfortunately, sometimes mistakes they make, it takes their life. And they were horsing around and driving fast, and that's exactly what happened. And she was telling me a lot about him, but they were very cool. I never tried to get into their world there or anything, but they always invited me over and wanted to let me know how much they appreciated that there was somebody there that cared that night and tried to help, even though there was no way we could help him. It was instantaneous. The only saving grace of the whole thing was that there's no way he felt pain. It was instantaneous. It was such a hard hit. They had recently posted online. I may get this wrong. I think going by memory, they were hit 130 miles an hour in that truck, and so by the time they crossed the highway, they weren't doing 130. But I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing 80 to 90 as they crossed on a small road, because they literally flew. It looked like they flew over the road, like the wheels were off the ground. There's a little dip right there. And I just thought, wow. I mean, but people drive crazy in that location all the time. I've seen crazy stuff on that road. Mini wrecks, DUIs, spin outs, crashes, people running from the law. On a Friday and Saturday night, it is wide open. And I always said it's one of the most dangerous roads in the city. And every city has those, but they treat it like a freeway interstate, but they would do crazy stuff. And one of the craziest things I ever saw coming down that road was two cars going side by side flying down the road, and there's a guy.
Which road is this?
Still Shallowford. There's a guy laying on the hood of another car. I don't know if he belongs in that car or not, but he's hanging on to the windshield wiper, fully laid down on the hood, and they're flying down the road, and there's a hole in the windshield. It looks like his head had went through it. It looks like he jumped up on the car or something.
Wow.
Crazy stuff. They all crashed out there by 153 and took off. Was the
guy dead?
No, he was just I don't know what he was doing.
I mean, his head was somebody's head goes
no,
through a windshield.
He was moving around. I could see he was hanging on. He was holding on for dear life, because they were
that's a tough boy right
there. They
there.
were doing at least 70, 75 miles an hour as they came down that road. And I'm sitting there on the property, and I went, wow. And then they kind of crashed out, and I talked to the guy up the street, and I saw the cops coming. I think they got them all. Like, they all ran. It was a gang fight of some kind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and you'd see all this stuff. It was crazy, man. But I've seen a lot of stuff like that in my time over there.
Oh,
and I imagine. And I was kind of glad to move on from there, to be honest, because it was so dangerous. People crashing out, man.
Yeah. Change the subject a little bit. Have you heard of the Artemis, that launched?
Yep.
Here a few days back. Have you seen any of the pictures that they're sending back?
Well, I've seen those, but before I even say that, did you see the video of the people in the airplane that got to see the liftoff live?
Yes.
That was a pretty cool deal
that was
there.
Awesome.
And then I saw the video of them talking back to Mission Control, or whatever they call it nowadays.
Right.
And then I saw some images that they've done to the moon, and and people say it's all Hollywood. I mean, even this morning that it's all Hollywood. It's all Hollywood.
You've got some people that never mind. I'm going to be nice. I'm not going to say anything. Sorry.
Excuse me.
You all right?
So there are people that say they never went up in space, that it was it's all Hollywood. We've never done it. And
I'm sorry, I got a call
that you can't break through the firmament.
The firmament, listen, it's you can call it the firmament. The firmament is not as it speaks of in the Bible is gone. I mean, all of that water came to earth, and the water underneath came up.
Yeah, the water at the flood. Yeah, the water at the flood, man, it was above and beneath and all that.
Yes, and no, that's not there anymore.
But people say, and true. If you hear about the engineering of it and the planning of it, you have to hit it the right trajectory, or you'll bounce off.
There's an ionosphere. I mean,
so
we have a protective there is no doubt we have protective layers over the earth, around the earth.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't, we would be burned alive by all of the solar flares that come this way.
Yeah, and
that's people don't know what the northern lights are. The northern lights are all of those deadly rays bouncing off of our atmosphere. That's what causes all of those lights from the sun.
Yeah, and I was thinking today, if we can't get out with the powerful rockets and everything we have, how come things can come in?
Very good point.
I mean,
very good point.
How
meteorites and things like that.
Yeah, and we hear of meteor showers all the time. There are evidence of them. This is not Hollywood. The houses have been hit, cars have been hit. This happens
quite
often.
Satellites that fall to the earth and they know exactly where they're going to hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. How does, and it's not just up in the sky a long way. I mean, how do those things that are outside come in if we can't get outside?
And you can see them because they start burning up.
So I just don't understand why people cannot accept that we could do something that amazing. I mean, we're constantly, and it's not just us, it's other countries. They're sending up satellites, rockets, different things. And listen, there's a race for space. It's still been there. And now it's a race for the moon.
We've already, if people only knew where we're at technologically, they would be blown away. We have been able to do things that you don't know about, that the public doesn't know about. And when I say do things, I'm talking about time travel. We have been to Mars. We actually have colonies on Mars right now. We do. You ever hear about it? No.
Did you see the odd shaped little sphere, whatever it is? They're trying to figure out that was laying on the Martian surface, I think it was, and they're like trying to figure out what that could be.
Mars had an atmosphere.
So anyway, it just
their life went underground, just like we have life underground here.
It just amazes me that people think you can't puncture through.
I know
and if nothing can puncture the Earth, then why do we have to be afraid of a comet or anything, a meteorite that's coming this way? Wouldn't it just bounce off?
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't.
Yeah.
I mean,
and if the firmament is this big, thick layer of water, what's holding it up there? Centrifugal force.
I mean,
I guess it's a possibility.
To me, it's not an understanding of engineering, just not understanding the nature of things and how things work. And with a simple logical question, I think you could just say, well, explain this.
Exactly.
How does something come in? And there are logical answers.
The flood thing with the Quran.
Well, the flood itself.
It disproves itself.
The flood itself is when you go and look, all the evidence is there was a great flood. All the evidences.
Yeah.
There are things that the
layers in the
evolutionists,
Grand Canyon, that didn't happen over millions of years.
The evolutionists can't explain that, or the rate of decay of Niagara Falls. If you extrapolate that over millions of years, the falls would probably be in the Bahamas.
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it done circled around and come back.
Then we can measure the rate of decay.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, there's an island. I don't know if you've ever been on it in the Tennessee River, McClellan Island, and it is shrinking over time. There's a concern about it. There was an article that was done about that in the local. A lot of rivers have islands, and they say that it's eroding, and they need to do something, or one day it'll just be gone.
Well, they need to build, a wall around the edge of against the current, something to let the current flow around it. And the Tennessee River floods. I mean, we get there's a lot of water that moves through there.
So they showed a time lapse, or they put these images together of pictures they had taken 30, 40 years ago and brought it all the way forward to show how much it has shrunk, and either underwater or
touched each side at one point.
Yeah, and it's way small. It was a lot fatter at one time. Now it's shrunk in.
There was another one, Chicago Lake. Out in the middle of that lake, in the middle of Chickamauga Lake, there's farms, when TVA flooded all of that land back up through there.
Very controversial.
All kinds of stuff underneath there.
It's one of the biggest government takeovers of land in the history of the United States.
Sure was.
And it affected.
But look what it did.
Yeah, it affected mostly Appalachia.
Yep, it did.
Another one that is highly, highly controversial is Lake Lanier. And the covering up of a town.
They say that's the most haunted lake in the country.
People believe that. I don't know. I think a lot. But,
I've heard.
But it is dangerous to dive in.
Wolf Nation.
Yeah, it is dangerous to dive in because they didn't cut the trees all the way down. They just topped them.
Right.
So even people that do rescues you can. Yeah. People that do rescues say it is murky. It's really hard to see. You can get turned around easy, and there's enough obstruction down there. You can get stuck on stuff and cannot come back up.
Oh, I bet.
Now, most of the people that die because, number one, they're drunk, and number two, they have no flotation device, no life-saving things on, right. and they've either gotten tired and went in or got some water in their lungs, or they have hit something. So even boats have to be careful.
All of those are good possibilities.
But they say because it was my understanding is the history of it.
You
it was
something to say about it?
Yeah, Hal, you're part of this show, buddy.
Right. Looked like you had something to say there.
He did. It is. My understanding it was mainly predominantly an African American town and cemetery that was covered up. I don't know if they.
I didn't know that.
That's what I've read. Now, I need to do further research, but you're right. Every time somebody dies out there, people will say, "I'll never go in that lake. It's dangerous. You'll die." But there are obstructions. A lot of ghost
stories about it.
Yeah, I bet.
Seeing apparitions, because there's cemeteries underneath that thing.
There is, and people die there every year in that lake. Or every year.
Yeah.
Multiple
people. I was going to say, it ain't just one thing.
And I don't know. I don't know if we can look that up real quick.
I'm sure we can. Here, I'll look it up.
Do how many people a year die on average in Lake Lanier? We're talking about in Georgia, folks. For those that's wondering, but every time somebody dies, these stories will prop up, and they'll say there's
use a different technique here. Let's see. How many people annually die in Lake Lanier?
A lot of these people are boating, jet skiing. He decided not to answer.
Right.
He's thinking.
Lake Lanier, the Georgia reservoir, sees about 10 to 20 deaths every year.
Wow.
Mostly drownings, some boating accidents. The Georgia DNR tracks it pretty close, and recent years show spikes. 13 in 2023, at least 8 by late 2025, with 7 drownings reported by August alone. Over time, since the 1950s, it's topped 700 total, but the yearly average hovers around 10 to 15, depending who you ask. Some say 15 to 20 when including all incidents. It's super popular.
It is. There's a lot of people get out there. It's a beautiful area.
Mm-hmm.
The Lake Lanier Islands are awesome. There's an amphitheater out there. It's beautiful. There's money. There's a lot of money people got property out there. I mean, money people.
That they do.
Ask it one more thing. What city?
When I ask it these, we have to be quiet. That's the reason why I don't say anything, because it can still hear you. Because if I stop the conversation, he stops. It's really a weird thing about this app. I don't like it, but all right. What do you want me to ask you?
Well, what city was covered up? Our town was covered up.
Right. And what was the population predominantly?
Yeah, in Lake Lanier, and I that was in the 50s, I guess, when they did that.
All right. What was the name of the town that was covered up when Lake Lanier was made? And of the population, what was the color ratio, black to white?
Checking Lake Lanier history real quick.
Checking.
The town flooded when Lake Lanier was Oscarville, Georgia, a small agricultural spot in Forsyth County. By 1910, it had around 1,100 residents total. But here's the kicker. It was described as a majority black community, though county-wide numbers paint a different picture. Forsyth County's 1910 census showed over 10,000 whites and about 1,100 black folks, including mulattoes. So roughly 1 black to every 10 white across the whole area. Oscarville itself, sources clash. Some call it thriving and majority black, with folks owning land or farming. Others say predominantly white, with only a small black presence before the 1912 violence. That year, racial terror, mobs, lynchings, arson, drove out nearly all black residents, about 98% of the county's black pop, many fleeing to nearby Hall County. By the 1950s, the empty land got bought up cheap and submerged under the lake. No exact black to white split.
So
that's what Gronk has.
Yeah, and that's see. I wondered because Forsyth is. There are neighboring counties that are very black, and that county is very white. And I was just trying to figure that out, at least on that side. And that would make sense that due to the violence, there was a movement. But that's what people always say. But there was presence there. But the town, no matter what the color, the town, they say, is haunted because of what happened.
Yep.
Because they didn't, to my understanding, they didn't tear the structures down.
No.
They just flooded.
Turned the water on.
And they just lowered the trees. They topped them enough to get some space underwater. It's very dangerous to do any kind of diving in this area, even by the professionals. With all the equipment, they say
because it's so murky and there's so many things, so many structures.
So that was a bad decision by the Army Corps of Engineers or whoever did that, probably them. And I could not imagine, that would be freaky, man.
That would have been Woodrow Wilson around that time, wouldn't it?
I believe you're right. Yeah, that would be freaky, man. I just.
Right
but everybody talks about it, how, just how haunted it is and stuff when somebody dies there. I didn't know that number was quite that high. I thought it would have said 7 or 8 average, which is still a lot, but it's a lot more than even I thought. A lot of major boating accidents on that in Alatoona, high speed. There's been some really horrible ones where people have been out of control drinking and running over people and killing them, and some cases where they tried to cover it up. And even in one case, I think an off-duty law enforcement officer was involved. And it's been several years ago, but there's always stories that come out of that area about deaths on the lakes. And again, it's very popular. There's a lot of people live in that area, from everybody from, skiing and, all the water sports, but fishing, swimming, everything you can think of. There's a camp area there. It's very well used. And on those holiday weekends, I mean, there's a lot of partying goes on, and there's a lot of presence of the DNR and all them that are patrolling because they're trying to keep a clamp down on it. So there's a lot of inspections that happen looking for those people that are partying down to make sure that they've got a designated driver on the river and the lake. But there's been some horrible incidences and accidents where people have been killed, and just boats sliced in half.
Which lake are we talking about?
Well, Lanier or Alatoona or whatever. It's a lot of massive different ones have occurred, man.
Yep.
So anyway, that's horrible, absolutely horrible. But
do you have anything to say while I was gone?
Yeah, Howie.
He's being bashful tonight, apparently.
A little bit.
So the pictures of that Artemis are going to, apparently tonight, they're going to make a big drop of photos. They're going around the back side of the moon, the dark side of the moon, and people are supposed to, the beings of Earth, us Earthlings, are supposed to see the back side of the moon for the first time ever.
Well,
I wonder if they're going to find bases and all kinds of stuff back there. Big, monster UFOs.
What's up?
Yeah. What y'all hiding from?
They've already said that there's some strange patterns, as they call it, that they have noticed along the way.
Right.
I don't know what they mean by that, but these, as they're looking at different things, They say that they've reported seeing striking geometric patterns, winding formations. They deem
Pyramid too.
squiggles. What's a squiggle?
Squiggle.
And unexpected shades of green and brown across the rugged lunar terrain. The moon's far side permanently faces away from Earth compared to the familiar near side that features heavily cratered landscapes, a thicker crust, and fewer of the dark volcanic plains visible from our planet.
See, the moon is not it doesn't rotate itself. In other words, the moon is not spinning; it's stationary. Now it spins around us.
Yeah.
But it's not on an axis like we are spinning around and around.
So, people, we've not seen this. So there's a lot more crater activity because the moon acts as a shield.
Right.
It absorbs a lot of this that can get through the firmament.
Exactly.
It absorbs a lot of that. So
it has in the past.
So
it still does to this day.
They describe it as a lot of these smaller ones. It looks like holes in a lampshade because the crater, some of the craters are not as big, but there's a lot of them.
Hey, do you think that there is a civilization underneath the earth?
No, I don't think so.
Well, the reason why I ask, the Bible talks about those underneath the earth.
Yeah.
And I've always wondered, because they say hell, is underneath the earth, that the lake of fire is a real place that was made for Satan and his minions, but that those that don't want to love God don't have to, but that's where they're going to go.
Well, I think a lot of that, and we have to think about the other plane. I mean, we don't see the angels and demons, but we see the effects of them of the work. Maybe somebody. I know that we can see angel unaware. I get all that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, we don't see that world and what's going on. So it's here, but we don't see it.
Flesh and blood.
So there could be something anywhere in that plane. You know what I mean?
In the heavenly realm.
Doesn't mean we're going to find it and see it with our eyes. Because it's a spirit. It's spirit beings, or whatever you want to say, but it's just hidden to us. They say that they're seeing an island of terrain completely surrounded by darkness. Up to the north, there's a very nice double crater. It looks like a snowman just sitting there.
Wow.
On the southern edge, there's a hole, just blackness and a wall of brightness. It looks like there's a gigantic hole right there. While observing one large impact basin, Glover noted a striking contrast between its outer and inner rings. When you look at the interior ring and the external ring, it's almost as if the edges are starting to dry up, comparing the formation to a wet spot that dries first around the edges. He also highlighted several surface features that appear to resemble mountain peaks dusted with snow or chalk, a visual comparison rather than a literal description of the lunar terrain. So interesting. It'd be interesting to see these, these pictures as they come in. So. And then, of course, there's going to be those out there that'll hear this and they'll say, it's all in a movie studio in L.A. So they'll be mad that we're talking about this from this perspective. So I don't know, but I do know this. God knows. And God put it there. God put it there in our creation. So we will see what that looks like when we see, Oh man, what's the guy? What was the character's name in? I was just thinking where they see. I was looking. No, when they went, the movie where all the old guys get together and they end up going back to the moon. The one stays there because he's dying.
Yeah, Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah,
Space Cowboys.
Yeah. That was a great movie.
Yeah, it was.
Great movie. Dude's about really blind, man, but he's just highly intelligent, keeps fooling him, That was a really good movie. But dude's sitting there on the surface just looking down at Earth, like, okay, this is it.
Yeah. Here's one of those fake photographs that Artemis is sending back. Hold on a minute. I don't know if you can see it very well. What is through the window?
Can't see through the window. Can see the person, but yeah. I guess we'll see that. But
Anyway, it's a picture of Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the round Earth there.
Not flat.
No, but
Oh man, it's not a flat Earth.
It's not.
Oh my gosh, the flat earthers will be so mad at you, man.
Yeah, no. See, and it shows it. You know, it's round, and you know, I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know what to say. Hollywood didn't get it right somehow.
I mean, that was supposed to be flat, dude.
Yeah.
It's supposed to just roll up like a scroll.
A pancake. You know, I want to see the waterfall off the end of the earth, where where the oceans just run off.
Yeah.
You know, out into space. I wonder where all that water goes. Or is it like a pump? You know, it just gets recycled and then pumped back up. You know, in the bottom of the ocean somewhere. They've got a big pump down there pumping this water back in.
It's amazing what people convince themselves of. And if the earth is flat, why have we not found the edge of it?
Oh, we have. It's in Antarctica. There's a wall. All right. That's one end. What about the other end? And what about the other end? There's north, south, east, and west. What about the other
just
three?
Keep going.
What about the other three?
Oh, we're gonna get hate mail. You know, our fan mail for Cornbread Nation is,
hey, bring it. If you can prove me wrong, if you can prove to me without a shadow of a doubt that the earth is flat, I will give you $1,000 cash.
one of the things that cracks me up, and sadly, I don't mean it like ha ha, but it cracks me up, and I just want to go, are you kidding me?
Right.
Is people take the Bible and they take it and make it what they want it to say to support their argument.
Exactly. Out of context.
They take it out of context. Yeah. They twist it. They try to make you believe.
That's not good.
Well, they try
Christians
to make everyone else believe. One, they wanted to tell you they're an expert on the Bible. That's kind of what they say. I've studied the Bible. I know what it says. Number two is they have no idea of time frames. They can't really put that into terms. They don't understand the changes that have occurred over time in different phases of the Bible in different ages and over the history that the Bible was written. They really don't understand that to a great degree, and they look at everything. And I do believe in studying the Bible in a literal way, but you have to understand the shadows, the pictures, all the different parts of the Bible, and understand imagery and stuff that the Bible is talking about in the way that it's talking about it.
And depending on, some parts of the Bible, they talk past, then future, then present.
Sure.
Then future again, then past. Anyway.
And you have to understand that within each passage that you read, sometimes verse to verse, sometimes whole verse.
And also it's being translated.
So it amazes me, that, and then they will use the Bible and twist it all this way to hate on a people group.
Yeah.
And nobody is saying, and for instance, and I'll say it, it's Jews. They want to hate Jews. Well, they got a big problem. Because first of all men are liars. The Bible says all men have sinned. So right. there ain't nobody good enough. There ain't nobody, only through Jesus.
We have to have a savior.
And even those that have rejected, they've got free will to do that. They may do things. We've all done bad. Sin is sin.
That's exactly
and so
right.
we're not better than them. We're not better than them. We're just born again.
Yep.
And the last point I'll make is that he loves them just as much as he loves the people that are saying that. He's not qualifying that he hates them. And so you're using the Bible.
They're back on him, not the other way around.
Yeah, you're taking the Bible to turn it and use it in a hateful way to hate on a whole group of people. That's not Christian. I'm sorry, it's just not. When we get in the New Testament, and they want to use Old Testament, passages to pronounce judgments on stuff and everything, and they totally dismiss the New Testament doctrine that we live under. And I get it. They're sinners. They're lost. They're doing maybe evil things. And I get that. But they don't
want to change. They don't want to repent.
They're still people that God created. He allowed to be here on this earth, and he loved them. He died for them, and he wants to rescue them. Now, maybe they never will. But here's the thing. Mankind does not know who's going to accept and who has not. And the people that you think will not, that would be the one that gets saved and begins to serve the Lord. And that one that is a seemingly a nice guy or a nice woman, and they do everything seemingly right.
Satan in their garage.
And well, no, not even that. It's just that they never accept. They never
Right.
seek forgiveness because they think they're good. It's the
Well,
most
yeah,
hardened.
that, yeah.
It's the most hardened of people sometimes that get right.
Yeah.
You know, the people, the downtrodden of the earth, the you know, the druggies, the drunks, the whatever and whatever. But it's amazing how mankind wants to pronounce judgment on everybody. And
I agree.
it's truly sad to me. Now, there are many things I don't like that mankind's doing in different people groups, nations, or whatever. But that's why we take the gospel to them.
Yep.
God didn't say to take the gospel only to a select few or to certain nations or
Yeah,
to
we're
ignore
not to
this
be
people
like
group.
Jonah and decide who.
Well, yeah.
You know,
Well, that's why he gives that story to us.
That's right.
It's the stories that were not told to us. The books could not contain them. That happened even just when Jesus was here. But the intent is that God wants to show you the good and the evil in all mankind. That all men have come short of the glory of God.
That's right. That's why we need a redeemer.
And then I will just go one step further and say that a lot of folks think that they're going to change the future by their putting this information out there, that they're going to change somehow how, you know, that they're the smart ones and they're going to escape all of the bad that's going to happen as after these people are totally annihilated and wiped off the face of the planet, when that's absolutely the opposite. So what they've done is they've reconstructed who certain people are and made it all into a business venture.
Yeah.
And anyway, it's just super sad to me. And nobody's saying that. First of all, nobody's good. Nobody.
No, not one.
Yeah. So we can stop that right there.
Yep.
And everyone has something that they have worshiped more than God.
Yep.
So we can say, well, they worship this fake God or this false God. Well, everybody's
Listen, it can
done
be
that.
Food, it can be
Sure.
alcohol, it can be tobacco,
Yeah.
it can be anything. Mammon can.
What's
be
up,
anything you
broski?
put before God. What's up?
How you doing, man? We're fixing to reboot here, but
Yeah.
we're coming to the end of Wolf Nation. But it's good to see you, man.
Hi, broski said, "What's up?"
How you
He
doing?
said, "Woof woof."
Howie's been up and around, but he's kind of laying right now. He's kind of resting,
Well, I kept him up most of the night, so he's pretty tired today.
but he's enjoying that love seat. I'll tell you. Well, it was his.
yeah, it was his at one point.
I mean, that's his. He feels very comfortable on that love seat. He likes it.
Right at home.
Well,
Yeah, we're talking about you.
yeah. Howie's a good dude. He has scared my son half to death. He comes in the door and Howie goes, woof. He shuts the door.
I mean, just
Freaks him out, dude. It killed me earlier. I wish we had video of that, dude.
how is it?
It sounded like the hound from hell or something when he did it.
Yeah.
But he's a big old buddy baby. I mean, he just likes everybody. I mean, you know, but he sounded like, you know, he was energized from all the dark voices from all time, you know. At least that's the way it sounded to Jeremy. It cracked me up.
I was gonna get him too.
He shut that door back. And then when you told him to come in, he's like just inching up towards him a little bit.
But he did. He came on in.
He did come on in.
He kept doing this, turning his back.
I just wish we'd had a video of it. Oh
Yeah,
my God. That's the second time that's happened. And each time, well, the first time he did not know how he was here.
Right.
This time he knew, but I don't even think he was thinking about it when we went to open that door.
Sorry,
And Howie's
for some
just
reason this shirt has just got me sweating like crazy in here. I'm not trying to be Elvis, you know.
hunk of burning love.
Yeah.
Well, you were talking about running naked through a mall, man.
Well, that's true.
Broski, have you ever ran through a mall naked? A Biscuit Boy might have you on this one.
Let's hear your streaking experiences, broski.
Because I kind of think Broski has done this. He's an adrenaline junkie too, and he growing up, he's no telling what the stories he's got.
Oh, I'm sure.
He loves you to tell yours. He don't tell all of his.
Yeah.
But and he's getting married though, so he's probably trying to be
That's
careful.
true. He's trying to present his
You-
best.
Well, she's out there coming through his social media going, he did what?
Wait a minute.
Who am I marrying?
Who is this man?
Broski. Well, Biscuit Boy was a teenager.
Wow. Yeah.
When this happened.
Yeah, he might try to do that now. I don't know. I don't know.
Who knows? Well, I don't. There's a lot of ways you can take that, but
you know,
it was a dare, I guess.
This was in the 70s when streaking was a phenomenon. Put it that way.
You know, nowadays, if you were going to do it, you'd have to do it co-ed. You know.
There's no way I'd do anything like that nowadays.
Can you just imagine?
Like I said,
can you just imagine if there was a? We'll use the main mall we have here in town without saying the name. But can you imagine if there was a van loads of people that pulled up to each entrance, and we're talking
jumped out butt naked,
jumped out and ran through that? I mean, there's no way they could stop them all.
That's what you call a flash mob. Yeah, that is.
I mean, can you imagine being down at the food court and all of a sudden you've got like 30 people just running through butt naked?
Or what if they all got out with trench coats on and walked in and to the food court and flashed everybody and went back out? That would be a flash.
Playing flash dance or something,
Yeah,
you know, on the
there
radio.
you
Like
go.
one of them carrying a boom box. I don't know if they still do that.
Turn
But,
flash. Yeah, well, you know, they're still out there.
it was a big thing though in the 70s.
Yeah,
One of the
unfortunately, it
TV
was.
studios had a guy running across the screen. It happened so fast, I don't think anybody realized he was naked. Sporting events.
Oh, it was the streaking was everywhere. I mean, Ray Stevens wrote a song about it.
Yeah.
That was a good song.
Well, it might be disturbing, but we're just telling you what happened.
Don't tell me you ain't ever heard of streaking, broken. Come on. I know you folks from the north were
Ethel.
into it as well. It was a little cooler up there.
Hello, Ethel.
Yeah.
What were they at?
Ethel.
They were on the produce aisle or something like that.
Yeah, it's too late.
That's right. It was too late.
Yeah. She'd already been vroomed. Flashed her out there in front of the shock absorber.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Oh.
It's funny memories, man. I mean, honestly, I never saw that happen in town.
Right.
But he said he heard of it, but he didn't know anybody who ever did it. Well, now you do. You know Biscuit Boy.
Now you know.
Biscuit Boy ran in a mall with some other youngins, and they went in, and Broski and
yeah, they got to remember we were 15. All right, somewhere in that area.
so
14.
here's the picture, Broski: a mall, butt naked with a ski mask on.
Yeah, they're out back. And tennis shoes.
And tennis shoes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! If you did that nowadays, they'd shoot you
Or tase you.
or tase.
That wouldn't be fun.
Hey, we'll be back in a few minutes. I hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. It's beautiful weather, and it's been a good day. Busy day, but a good day. And we'll pop back on in a few minutes. We try to keep these around an hour or just a little more. It's easier to load them and do things with, and we also move on to some other things. But we'll be back with you in just a minute. Take care.
Rise up. Pray up. Coffee up. The pack is calling. Dawn breaks cold, bones still aching. World's trying to keep you down, forsaken. But I can